The history of Jimsachoi. Jimsachoi, often abbreviated as TST, is an urban area in southern Kowloon, Hong Kong. The area is administratively part of the Yaoqing Mong district. Jimsachoi East is a piece of land reclaimed from the Hongham Bay, now east of Jimsachoi. The area is bounded north by Austin Road and in the east of Hong Kong Road and Chongwan Road. Geographically, Jimsachoi is a cape on the tip of Kowloon Peninsula, pointing towards Victoria Harbor opposite Central. Several villages had been established this location before Kowloon was ceded to the British Empire in 1860. The name Jimsachoi in Cantonese means sharp sand spit. It was also known as Hyang Pu Tao, a port for exporting incense tree. Jimsachoi is a major tourist hub in Hong Kong with many high-end shops, bars, pubs, and restaurants that cater to tourists. Many of Hong Kong's museums are located in the area. Etymology. The name Jimsachoi means sharp sand spit in Cantonese. The traditional and archaic form of Jimsachoi in Chinese has the same pronunciation but is written differently. Geography. Before any land reclamation, Jimsachoi consisted of two parallel capes with a bay in between in the south. The West Cape, Kowloon Point, the proper Jimsachoi, coincided with a small hill where the former Marine Police headquarters is sited, while the escape was the hill that is today known as Blackhead Point. The bay between the capes extended as far north as present-day Modi Road. Today, Canton Road marks the western edge of Jimsachoi and Chatham Road the eastern edge. The area is hilly, although many hills were leveled for reclamation. Historical maps in Ming or Qing dynasty name the channel between Jimsachoi and Central as Chungmun, as it is located in the middle of the two other channels, Kap Shui Mun in the west and Lei Mun in the east in the harbor. Before Kowloon was ceded to Britain in 1860, many villages were present in the area. Incense trees from new territories were gathered at some quays in Jimsachoi and transferred to Shek Pai Wan in southern Hong Kong Island to be exported to the rest of the world. It was thus known as Hyang Pu Tao, the fragrant quay. Shortly after the land was ceded to Britain, construction began and the first section of Jimsachoi's major thoroughfare, Nathan Road. In 1888, the Stair Ferry offered regular transport between Central and Jimsachoi, and the area has flourished ever since. Until the 20th century, Jimsachoi was a leafy suburb dominated by the people and facilities of the British military. Whitfield Barracks, converted into Kowloon Park in 1970, ran to the west of Nathan Road, and Kowloon Naval Yard occupied the waterfront to the west of the Army encampment. In the early 20th century, Chinese people were allowed to live in the area to attract more people to trade in the colony. Garden houses were replaced with crowded residential blocks. Wharves and godowns were built along the west shore. Major developers like Hormuzji, Nauroji, Modi, and Kachik Pol Chatter actively participated in the development of Jimsachoi. The Kowloon Canton Railway commenced service on 1st October 1910. Kowloon Station in Jimsachoi was approved to be constructed on reclaimed land in 1912. It was built on the New Southern Reclamation from 1913 to 1915. The rails extended along the Western Reclamation parallel to Chatham Road, with Old Hongham Station near the Gun Club Hill Barracks at the junction of Chatham Road and Austin Road. Another major road, Salisbury Road, was completed in approximately the same period. The landmark Peninsula Hotel was built under reclamation in 1928 opposite to the station. The Kowloon station was relocated to a new Hongham station in 1978. The whole station and rails were demolished except the landmark clock tower. Hong Kong Space Museum and later the Hong Kong Cultural Center were erected on the site. The rails were replaced with New World Center and other gardens in Jimsachoi East. In 2016, the Jimsachoi Waterfront revitalization plan was shelved due to public controversy. Jimsachoi remains tertiary sector from colonial days to present. In early colonial days, transport, tourism, and trading are main business of the area. As port and rail facilities move out of the area, the major industry falls under later too. Jimsachoi, like Central, contains several centers of finance. After Kai Tak Airport closed, the height restrictions on buildings has dropped and now larger taller skyscrapers, parallel to those of Central, have been constructed. Tourist hospitality is a major industry in Jimsachoi. The area has the highest concentration of hotels in Hong Kong. Some of the hotels include the Peninsula, Rosewood Hong Kong, Kowloon Shangri-La, Intercontinental Hong Kong, the Mira Hong Kong, Baden-Powell International House, Hotel Icon, and the Hotel Panorama. The Hyatt Regency Hong Kong was closed on 1st January 2006, and the I-Square Shopping Mall was built as its former location. It has reopened in October 2009 on Hanoi Road of Jimsachoi within the new The Masterpiece skyscraper. Other hotels in virtually every price range and level of luxury can be found throughout the area. Chongqing Mansions is known for providing cheap lodging for backpackers. Jimsachoi is one of the main shopping areas in restaurants in shopping malls in the area include north of Observatory Hill heritage located restaurants within the renovated former Marine Police Headquarters. Terrace on the other side of the hill is a terrace of office buildings. Kimberly Street hotel is famous for the Korean cuisine, restaurants and grocery stores, especially after the advent of Korean wave. Square opened in Hong Kong, giving the street the nickname of Koreatown. Opened in 2009, a stream K11 Museum Korean restaurants are located on Miramar Shopping Center, Circles of New World Center, Sogo opened in 2005. It is now located below the Sheraton Hotel at number 20 Nathan Road. Georgetown Parade is used to be located underground below Salisbury Road. Buildings Silver Cord at the junction of Canton Road and are full of expensive guest houses built on the side of the former Tongching building at number 100 Nathan Road at the corner with Granville Road. The Park Lane Shoppers Boulevard is located along a section of Nathan Road. The flagship stores of several luxury brands are located in the Jimsachoi section of Canton Road. The largest park in Jimsachoi is Kowloon Park, a popular destination complete with swimming pools, aviary, children's playground, Kung Fu Corner, Sculpture Garden, and the Hong Kong Heritage Discovery Center. Other parks and public open spaces include Signal Hill Garden at Blackhead Point, the Urban Council Centenary Garden in Jimsachoi East, Salisbury Garden, Middle Road Children's Playground, and Jimsachoi Promenade, which includes the Avenue of Stars along the Victoria Harbour waterfront. Half of the major museums in Hong Kong are situated in Jimsachoi. The Hong Kong Space Museum, Hong Kong Museum of Art, and the Hong Kong Cultural Center are located at the southern waterfront. Hong Kong Museum of History and Hong Kong Science Museum are situated in Jimsachoi East. The Hong Kong Heritage Discovery Center and the Health Education Exhibition and Resource Center, located within Kowloon Park, are housed in preserved and restored blocks of the former Wheatfield Camp. Jimsachoi was once the terminus of the Kowloon Canton Railway. After the British section of the railway was opened for traffic on 1st October 1910, the construction of the railway station in Jimsachoi started in 1913. Construction on the railway station and its clock tower were completed in 1915. The main building of the Jimsachoi station was demolished in 1978. The station was relocated to Hong Kong to make way for the Hong Kong Space Museum and the Hong Kong Cultural Center. But the clock tower of the station was not demolished and was kept in place. It is all the remains standing of the station. The clock tower is 44 meters high, surmounted by a 7-meter-high lightning rod. It is now surrounded by the public piazza of the Cultural Center and has become a landmark of Hong Kong. 6 pillars of the railway were relocated to the Urban Council's Centenary Garden in Jimsachoi East. The Avenue of Stars starts at the New World Center shopping center near the Cultural Center. There is also the attraction of shopping at a clothing store frequented by famous people from all over the world at Sam's Tailor. The Jimsachoi Waterfront is another popular destination for locals and tourists alike. It is especially popular for photographers as it offers an unobstructed view of the central area of Hong Kong across Victoria Harbour. The Star Ferry Terminal is another popular attraction for tourists, and the Avenue of Stars is also popular with photographers. East Jimsachoi or Jimsachoi East, or simply is an area east of Chatham Road South reclaimed from Hong Kong Bay in 1970s. The Jimsachoi East Promenade links the area with the Hong Kong Cultural Center near the Clock Tower. In 2004, the East Rail Line returned to Jimsachoi with the extension of the line for Hong Kong to the new East Jimsachoi Station, which serves as an interchange station with Jimsachoi Station and the Chun Wan Line. Unlike other East Rail Line stations, it was built underground near Blackhead Point. An extensive tunnel system was constructed for pedestrians to access the most popular destinations in Jimsachoi and to change trains between the two lines. East Jimsachoi is the last district in Hong Kong to use a grid plan system before the Hong Kong government adopted its Highland price policy. During the development of East Jimsachoi,